Hey, everybody. Welcome
I'm
to.
just going to give you a quick introduction. So AdvanceTC is the creator of the AdvanceTC brand of mobile computing devices with integrated telephony and are defining mobile productivity by developing the AdvanceTC W3, a full Windows microcomputer integrated with cellular telephony capabilities, fully designed and developed using patented proprietary technology and engineering innovation. And I will hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thanks for a great introduction. I'm here with the CEO Lloyd today, and we decided I'm going to join in as a co-presenter to avoid any accent or language barriers. And AdvanceTC, as I said in my earlier presentation, we have a relationship with, and is a company that was founded in 2005 in Australia and has its tech office in Malaysia, and is a tech R&D company, and as we just said, develops innovative mobile communications devices. And AdvanceTC invented the satellite Android smartphone called the X7. The goal of the company, obviously, is to sustainably become a major player in this market. After about some years, the company listed on the NSX after already noting some major successes in Malaysia and Australia, and at the time listed as the largest tech company on the National Stock Exchange in Australia at a price of 55 cents. And we recently helped the company to list on the OTC markets under symbol ATCLF, currently quoted there at $1. So what I'm really excited about is sharing with you something that is totally unique. Now, if you were to Google, can a satellite phone get internet? Google will tell you no. Now, what we have here is a story that in 2019, the story was for AdvanceTC quite big. It had a big year. Company received some awards. One of them was the Asia Most Impactful Product Award. Another one was the Global Innovation Product Award, a brand award. At the same time, the product, the X7, as you can see here, became the world's first FCC Serum certified rugged satellite smartphone with 4G LTE, satellite messaging, and an emergency button device. And I encourage everybody to go to the website and look at these videos. They explain a lot about how all this works. FCC, of course, I mean the U.S. Communications Commission, which has certified this phone. The phone's manufactured in Malaysia, and the first production line went in 2020, this year. The X7 was sold out the first month, sold 1,000 units, only 1,000 units were produced. So that was sold out, and the cost, through direct marketing channels, the cost per phone was $1,300 US comparable. In the first quarter of 2020 also, with this launch, AdvanceTC signed a pretty important contract with XOX Mobile, which in Malaysia is a local telco product services company and a network operator. Now, XOS has about 2 million subscribers, and they wanted the agreement with AdvanceTC to increase their subscriber base based on a future promise of a product like this. So this was a really great relationship for the company. When we saw this and we realized the potential that it has, we came in and helped them out as we discussed earlier. So as you can see here, the focus of this company is in the design, the integration, in the power of the Android device, putting together these capabilities, satellite and messaging and calling. Now, there's been a lot of talk in the market about satellite broadband and integrating satellite broadband internet into a device like this. But AdvanceTC's X7 phone doesn't rely on the satellite internet to function because it's a dual SIM phone that shares both the capabilities of GSM network as well as the one of a satellite communications network. And when you see the videos, you realize that a user will be able to use the phone and switch on the satellite function on and off the same way you switch on and off the Wi-Fi function on an Android interface, simply by the push of an icon on the screen. So going forward, the company is now looking to upgrade this X7. The major upgrades are 5G capability, Android 11, the screen, there will be a screen update, chipsets, cameras, and integrated with digital mobile radio and an Iridium modem. The device currently works on Iridium modem, and right now, as you can see, there's another mentioning of the X8. That's another device. Again, there's a continuation. The market moves fairly fast, so the company wants to be in line with expectations from that side. You can see Iridium has this new service called Next. And right now, the company is negotiating a raise of $5 million from private equity investors in Malaysia, where the company's tech headquarters is and the manufacturing is. And that's where we are with the current state of the product. The market opportunity, of course, you see some very downplayed numbers here because it's not difficult to mass the market, but it's because the market still needs to do a lot more research. The analysts need to do a lot more research about providing sufficient numbers. There isn't really a good number on global user base right now. There is a number on US user base, a satellite phone user base. So these numbers are fairly fragmented in the industry. Yeah, we see a lot of applications, obviously, just by looking at the reports from a company like Iridium. We kind of get an understanding of where they are with things and growth-wise. So the consumer satellite market, as you all know, is sort of in everybody's mouth. Everybody's talking about it. And what really sets this device apart, as I said earlier, is the fusion of both. Dual SIM device. I can be online browsing. I can receive a message on satellite and seamlessly integrate it without knowing the difference. And yeah. Oh, sorry. I accidentally. So that's the last slide for me. Loy, if there's anything else you wanted to add, I'll bring the presentation back in the meantime.
Yeah, maybe the revenue estimate because of delay in the mass production plan. So we may have to shift 1 year forward into 2021, we shift to 2022, and for 2022, we shift to 2023.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Accordingly. That's it. That's the only thing I want to add.
Yeah, I think that concludes. We would like to again turn it over to the Q&A.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi again, Timo. Kevin Dede here. Nice to meet you, CP. Congrats on the work you've done. And thanks very much for presenting. I think the toughest thing for me to get my arms around, I mean, I look at it as a T-Mobile subscriber, and given the broad reach that conglomerate has, I'm pretty comfortable with my phone pretty much anywhere in the world. I don't get to Antarctica often enough, I guess is my point. So what I'm wondering is, how do you help me understand the need for a satellite phone, given universal standards for regular cell phones and most companies working to adopt them?
Okay, my answer to that is, we are so used to cellular in terms of the connectivity that we have there, and we overlook a lot of what I call the disconnect. So, for example, even if you travel in Malaysia, for example, if I travel from the north to the south, there'll be a lot of blind spots because those blind spots are provided by the absence of towers, which are costly to build. And for that reason, the connectivity is interrupted very, very often. But we are so used to cellular. So we accept it as part of the inconvenience, and we take it as part of the inconvenience. But for the real world now, we have natural disasters, where we have situations where even in the deserts, people get lost and get killed. Those are the instances that will highlight the importance of connectivity. That will then show you the importance of the connectivity that you miss. So there you have it. We are so used to it, we don't realize we don't have it. But we do need it. And we provide that as an option available for a satellite connectivity to the users. For example, if you travel along the US, some areas, your blind spot and all that, you couldn't communicate you turn on a satellite, you can communicate. That's my answer to your question, sir.
Thank you, CP.
Additionally, what I can add to this is that what we see in the media is big name companies are being mentioned, which I will not mention here, that are already innovating on the idea of a satellite phone. We also see another company putting out a lot of satellites in the sky. So there's a trend towards getting the internet broadband onto a smartphone device, whereas the internet now on a satellite is fairly limited. So we have a device that's the world's first that combines your T-Mobile service, which is outstanding, with the capability to message and call. And while that is not a service for everybody, it is a trend that kind of fits right in there. And we do believe that the demand ultimately will.
The other reason I want to add is the cost. Is the cost and the lack of innovation in satellite mobile devices. If you recall, in the case of mobile smartphone, it was at one time a really luxurious and not available to many people. The explosion came when the innovation is there, when the variety of products is there, and suddenly exploded. And today, mobile telecommunication devices, I think they represent about 3 billion units of sales globally. Now, our job now is to pioneer this. We are going to do the same thing as what mobile telecommunication devices have evolved. We are pioneering the evolution of this by providing competitively priced, by providing a mass market, innovative, full range devices to encourage mass adoption. And it will come to play over the next 2 or 3 years, as you can see, on the various players who are putting out the global satellite network to get that customer base, which they realize is there.
CP, can you walk through just kind of the unit economics of the device, what it is now, and what it could look like maybe 2 years down the road, just in terms of what it would cost, what you can sell it to the handset provider for, and then the kind of the bill of materials for the unit, so I can just kind of solve for gross margin on the product?
We are not looking at a great profitability within the next 2 or 3 years for obvious reason, because for this kind of devices, we need the volume, and we take some 1 or 2 years to reach the volume to achieve the economy of what I call the pricing that we need. Obviously, pricing is still a factor. And as you can see, the reason for the surge in the mobile communication devices globally is also due to more competitive pricing and more affordable pricing. And we will travel the same path along that way. Initially, we will offer a device. What about it in the new features in a price range, and we'll progress from there to make it affordable mass market as we move the volume up.
But maybe at scale, if I fast forward 2 to 3 years, when you get kind of economies of scale.
At the moment, we are looking at 1,000, 1,003 at the retail price. We will be looking at half that price 2 years down the road. At that pricing, we are even more competitive than an iPhone, which is retailing at higher than the price that we're targeting 2 years from now.
What is kind of the aspirational gross margin once you hit scale and you're able to deliver the product at those type of price points?
We are looking at 20-25% initially.
Okay.
Moving to 40, 55, 50% GP range.
Got it.
As we move the volume up and as we go along the mass volume scale.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, good morning. On this 2022 revenue projection, who are the customers for that? Are you selling to the satellite operators? You're selling through the channel? You're selling direct? Who are you selling to?
For us, our primary target is carriers. This is our primary target because they have the distribution base. But we have successfully moved in our initial small volume quantity through direct marketing, and we will likely combine the two, but we will target mainly focusing on operator, and likely operator will adopt our product because we are running out of innovation devices, and they need subscriber base, which is why people like XOX, what we call now operator, is coming to us. because they see the limitation of what they can offer in terms of improving their subscriber base. And we are providing that opportunity to them to increase their subscriber base. And, it's the same for Malaysian market, it's the same for the global market as well. There are a lot of operators now looking at ways and means to increase their subscriber base. And even so, now with the launch of 5G, the 5G is a heavy investment. So they will need a device like us. We should give them the niche and the leverage to increase and expand their existing subscriber base.
So CP, given how sensitive you think the users are going to be to the economics, can you talk about, well, one, from a technology perspective, the satellite networks that you're intending to leverage, and two, what's the incremental add on the ARPU for a user?
The moment we are providing them a cheaper alternative to just a satellite phone by combining a smartphone device with the satellite features inside. So as we move along down the scale, we are going to add more connectivity. Like for example, the new product in the first quarter of next year, we will add a digital mobile radio feature into the device. And if we move further down the road, we will add a full voice satellite product into the device. So we are providing them that kind of a connectivity, that kind of multiple mode connectivity that they are able to access and use. And therefore, I give you an example. If you have a satellite phone, for example, you buy that, you can only use it in a satellite phone setting. You can only use it to make satellite call. But you have a device like us, it becomes two devices in one. So you can use it economically in the 4G, 5G terrestrial network as well. So there you have it. You already save additional device costs. And as you move the scale, we are the one who is pioneering the development in this. So we have the economy of scale, we have the head start, and that is a fact, that is a point, a platform we're going to build the business on. We're going to build a mass market product where the mamas and papas will have the affordability to buy this product and use this product down the road.
Okay, so what do you think the incremental cost will be for the average user every month to have that satellite functionality incorporated?
At the moment, you're looking at maybe $1, $2, $3 US in terms of one satellite call per minute.
Oh, okay.
That's how expensive it is. But we're looking probably at 1/3 of the cost initially and go down the road to maybe even much cheaper.
Can you talk about the satellite networks that you'll be able to leverage? You mentioned Iridium, but
at the moment, Iridium is the king. They are dominating the market. So we are providing with them with that device. Actually, we are enhancing their subscriber base, because if you look down the road over the years, the best subscriber base they've ever had up to date is 1 million subscribers. They only have 1 million subscribers. But if you look at globally, mobile telecommunication devices, we are talking about 3 billion users. So it's the same reason why the mobile, remember the mobile smartphone, how they evolved from the onset when we're using a package phone. You know how expensive it is, the Atto 450.
Okay.
Now,
that's it on time. I just want to thank you so much for presenting, CP Lloyd and Timo, and I wish you all the great day.
Thanks, CP. Thanks for taking my questions.